all right. I know. You guys are probably like, yo, this title is really clickbaity, but trust me on this. This is some of the biggest news to come out about the future of Generation Zero here. So when you go into your inventory in Generation Zero, there's a section in the log about tutorials here, and honestly, I haven't given this thing a second thought since I started playing the game, but it seems like the developers have hidden a little hint as to what's going on in behind the scenes here for Generation Zero, which is super hype, and I think it's really cool that they managed to just hide it away here on us. So when you go all the way down to the bottom here, you notice that there's crafting right there. There's apparel enhancement, there's resource station, and then there's equipment storage for the final thing there. So let's break down all of these here for you guys. So let's tackle the big boy first here. So for crafting will be done at crafting stations, which are going to be found typically at safe houses. The process will require crafting schematics and crafting materials. Crafting schematics act as recipes and they only have to be acquired once. You can view all of your collected schematics in the log menu. Crafting materials are required to craft or enhance items. Types and amounts vary depending on the crafting schematic used. Crafting materials are consumed as part of the process. So, that is really awesome. That means that we'll be able to craft things like the adrenaline, we'll be able to craft higher tiers of ammo, and we'll be able to craft all of the med kits and all of those things that we're going to need in the game. Also, from the sounds of it, we'll be able to enhance items. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but you can kind of look at something like the flares to maybe the sticky flares, and you can look at that as maybe an end goal for how customization will work. We obviously will not know what enhancing means until it gets here, but I really want to hear what your guys' ideas of enhancing items are down in the comments. Okay, so next up is Apparel Enhancement. You can use the Apparel Crafting Station to enhance apparel items with beneficial properties such as increased armor or stealth. Any existing properties are replaced when a new schematic is applied to an apparel item. And that's really cool. So that really does explain why all of the clothing was reset and none of the clothes have any stats now. We'll basically be able to customize our clothing with the stats that we desire per article of clothing, which I think is awesome, because then you won't have to decide your outfit based on what attributes you're actually going to be getting from your clothing. So, are you fucking kidding me? God damn it. What are you doing here? I keep killing you guys. Get out of here. Dang it. Jesus. Alright. So back to crafting. Okay. So in the end, in the long run, I think that that's just going to lead to much more open-ended customization of your character, so that you'll be able to get the character that you want in terms of both stats and style. So I think that that's really cool, and just opens up this game in a fun way. So next up is the resource station. So the resource station can be used to break items down into crafting materials and to store crafting materials. Crafting materials stored at the resource station are automatically made available at all nearby crafting stations. This container and the resources within it are private to each player in multiplayer games, but the contents are shared between all characters owned by the same player. So my dudes, the farming videos are coming. But pretty much this is really cool. So this means that we'll be able to farm resources, break them down, use them at the crafting station to upgrade and make better resources, and just have a lot of a kind of like ebb and flow between crafting, gathering resources, and breaking them down. So again, just very exciting additions to this game. And lastly, The thing that I think was probably every single person's first thought the moment that they discovered a safe house is, hey man, it would probably be pretty cool to store something here. So equipment storage is coming very soon, and basically equipment storage containers will be used to store any equipment collected in the field except for crafting materials, which will then be stored at the resource station. Equipment stored in this container are automatically made available at all nearby crafting stations, including the resource station. This container and the items within it are private to each player in multiplayer games, just as the resource station, but the contents are again shared by all characters owned by the same character, same player. So that's going to be godsent when it comes. I can't even tell you guys how many times I have wanted some sort of equipment storage in this game, and that's going to make so many problems disappear. So all of this is incredibly exciting information, and all just leads to an incredibly bright future for this game. So again, for anybody that feels like this game was dead on arrival, it definitely is not. These devs have some crazy stuff in store for us, and I am just excited about the future of this video game. So if you guys like this little video, maybe leave a like. If you guys have anything to input, any ideas about these crafting stations, schematics, or any of that sort of stuff, please talk about it down in my comments, because you know that I love to get back to any sort of comments that I see. So again, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.